All right, what's up, guys? Chokosur here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Seed of the Week. This is number 196, and for this week we have another Mana Tree Revival Seed. All right, so we're getting ever so closer to the 200 seed. This week we have a total of 13 flags, so let's go over them, see what we're dealing with. Starting off, we have a random start. Basically, we are going to be starting off with a random character. We don't know who it is. Restrictive logic as always. The flamey drum is also going to be in logic, so we will have to locate that among the checks. Vanilla bosses. So we know where all the bosses are in vanilla. Also, vanilla shops. So we also know what is being sold in what shop. We won't have to be looking for armor. We can just go to, the appropriate shop. Random enemy spawns, self-explanatory. We can be seeing any enemy in any area, any field, any dungeon. We can encounter anything. Start with one and the other doesn't exist. So basically this is going to be a 2-character seed. The third character will not be in the seed. Again, it is a random starting character, so it could be, could be a boy-girl seed, could be a boy sprite seed, or it could be a girl sprite seed. We don't know. High chest drops and mini chest traps, also self-explanatory. Enemy type status ailments. We also have enemy stat growth set to increase after bosses. Although I think this is normal, isn't it? I'm not sure why that flag is specifically set, but I'm pretty sure that's the normal as far as enemy stat growth. Anywho, we need 7 seeds to complete the run, and we have a 200 gold start. So yeah, a lot of flags there, but hopefully the seed isn't that bad. Flaming Drum and Logic is there, so we will have to locate that. And of course, this is a 2-character seed, meaning we will not have access to the third character. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, looks like we are starting off with Miss Prim. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we know the girl is our starting character. She's going to be joined by either the boy or the sprite. Alright, boomerang start, and it is the boy. So this is going to be a spriteless seed. This ought to be pretty interesting. And starting off with the sword, boy started off with the axe, which is nice as well. Alright, sword is increased crit, intelligence ice, axe is agility thunder, boomerang is int and stone. Okay. Alright, nothing on Elder there. Alright, since we do have a cutting weapon, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop a save. We're gonna go ahead and check out the sword pedestal and see what's there. Alright, so we know for a fact that the sprite is not in the seed. So with that said, I want to try to focus on getting things like Gnome or Luna. Okay, needed Salamando. We know what's needed for Grand Palace since the sprite is not in the seed. So more than likely it's going to be Salamando, Sylphid, and Lumina required for Grand Palace, and that's assuming there's a seed on Mech 3, which who knows. Okay, nothing at the sword pedestal. Okay, cool. Alright, so we don't have to worry about that. We know Mantis Ant is the first boss, so we might as well go ahead and take him out. Actually, I should use my axe here. It is Thunder Element. I don't know if I double hit there. I did. Nice. You're okay, girlie. She got smacked up a bit there, but that's fine. As long as her HP isn't 0, we're good. Probably gonna end up taking the sword orb too. That's here. Whip orb. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. All right. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and go for our hints here. All right. Look at the Empire for the whip. All right. Very good hint there. So we know where the whip is. Let's be careful here. All right. Light seed on a mana seed ped. Okay. All right. Not needed Undini. That's obvious. Nothing there. And tower key is late. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and rope out of here. Head on towards Dwarf Village. Alright, not needed gnome. We know. Javelin in the Empire as well. There is probably a good chance that we will be needing the whip. Especially since we got that hint that the light seed is on a mana seed pedestal. And that might be a factor. Just? Nope. Alright. I'm not sure how much money we have. I don't think I can forge the sword right now. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. Yeah, not yet. I want to use that money for armor right now. At least get 2 power wrists. Alright, Dryad Seed on the Elder. Okay, we take that. And Sylphid needed for the Earth Palace. That's not Sylphid. That's Sylphid. Okay, Earth Seed. Alright, 2 seeds in Dwarf Village. Which is nice. I'm not complaining. We just need 5 more seeds and we can complete the run. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up 2 of these here. We can probably pick this up as well. Let's get the boy situated. And you can have this for now. Let's see. Do I want to check Tropicalo? I suppose I can. I would rather have magic on the sky, but we don't have a sprite, so sometimes you just can't get what you want. So we're gonna go ahead and do this now. My sword is not level 1, unfortunately. Let's see if I can do this straight. I don't think she hit there. No. There we go. Now, chances are he's going to go immediately back down when he comes up here. Yeah, I thought so. Because we already hit him more than once. Sometimes he'll stay up after you hit him twice. Ah, she got hit, unfortunately. Dang Brambler. What? There we go. I think I have to be a little bit lower with her. All right, he's dead. With the boomerang, I think you have to hit him on the base. You can't hit him like right in the middle because he doesn't get hit there. It's not his hitbox. You can do it with the sword. Like you can be in line with Tropicalo with the sword or the axe or spear or whatever and hit him. But with the boomerang, you have to be a little bit below. All right, Jab Orb. Okay, Lumina's here. Spear Orb. Nice. We take that. How much money do we have? I think. Yeah, not enough. Might as well go check Kilroy. Sure. I know I'm doing this without saving, so... Boomerang is Android. It is. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just firewall 2 of these. I want him to spin. There we go. She's gonna get hit though. Yeah, I knew it. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I think keeping Lumina is worth it because we have 2 mana seeds. We have an int weapon, so she can do some pretty decent damage right now once we get it to level 2 anyway. Alright, Whip Orb, Spear Orb. I have to keep that since I didn't save, which is kind of on me. I want to force this sword. I really do. Alright, Miramasa. High damage Con Dryad. Could have done without the high damage, but it's okay. We just have to deal with it. Checking experience, 54 to next level. We're level 6, so I think the enemies give around 10 XP per kill. Somewhere around there. Hit this. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, so what we can do, I'm actually going to take this. Nice, I actually need that. What we're going to do, we're going to firewall 2 of these. Okay. Alright, Glove Orb. Rope out. Alright, so let's see. We have Witch's Castle in play because we have the axe. Okay, let's not bully Prim here, please. Also gonna go to Kaipo here. Yeah, I think Kaipo is probably my better play here. With that 500 gold, I can snag a hair ribbon and a kung fu dress here. Ooh, tower keys at mech 3. Oh boy, that might be significant because we know one of the seeds is at a mana seed pad, and if there's anything at the light seed pedestal, then we have to get that tower key. All right, so we're gonna grab these for Prim here, get her some better armor. We don't have spiky suit for Boy, but he should be okay for now. I just want to get something going for her at least. And I think what I'm gonna do here is sleep and then get my Lucent Beam to level 2 on the way. Do that right now, actually. Oh, it is level 2. There we go. Go ahead and take this. Money? Yep. I'm not going to be greedy though, because we are dealing with mini chest traps. To be honest, I might just keep on that boomerang for the rest of the run. I mean, it has intelligence on it, and it has stone as well. But we'll see. All right, Moonseed in the Empire. Okay, so Empire has the whip and a seed. Definitely going to make the Empire a high priority on this run. Probably should have slept. Yeah, I should have slept. Let me go sleep. I forgot I used the Lucent Beam back there, so let me sleep. I want to get my MP back first. It's only 10 gold. Alright, so we go ruins, and then we check out probably Undini's cave after this. It depends what we find here too, and at the treasury. I gotta remind myself to upgrade the boy to spiky suit at some point. Although I might be able to go. I might be able to wait for fancy overalls. Maybe. Of course, that depends on where the flaming drum is too. Okay, she shouldn't be getting hit by anything in here. With her defense. She actually has more defense than the boy right now. Alright, so we know this is Warface. Alright, that's on boy. Ah, unfortunate. Healed there. There we go. Alright, bow orb and nothing. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait until I find the flaming gem. It depends on where it is though. I should just upgrade to spiky suit right now, honestly. I really should, but we're gonna see what's in this treasury first though. Alright, nothing on girl, unfortunately. All right, let's see what's in here. Ooh, that's big. Luna's big. Spear orb. All right, there's our flaming jump. Nice. Bow orb, axe orb, and whip orb. Nice. All right, so we got our flaming jump, so we are good to go. All right, so now we can go ahead and pick up some freebies here. We're gonna head south, actually. Now that we have Luna, we have the flaming drum. We know the whip's in the Empire and the Moon Seed is there. So Empire is going to be a pretty high priority area to check. Because we might be needing that whip for something, who knows. Alright, ooh, 2,000 bucks there. Okay. Let's see, we have the axe. So we might as well check Sunken City. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Go ahead and get some experience on Luna. And the reason why I did that is mainly for moon energy, honestly. Alright, wow, 1,800 bucks. A lot of money so far, that's a good thing. Okay, let's go ahead and flame you on out. We're gonna head on towards Tasnica. Now, I think what I should do is check Empire checks last, because I plan on fully clearing that place. We know the whip is there somewhere, and we know that the moon seed is there somewhere. So I want to make that my first checks involving bosses. After the flaming drum anyway. So we're going to check everything else first. Ow. This guy's Dryad Element. Unfortunately, I need you to kill that for me. Thank you, Miss Prim. And there's Undini. Okay. Alright, look under the Christmas tree for the wind seed. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, the Christmas tree hint means that it is talking about the Frost Giga spot in Ice Palace. So the wind seed is whip locked right now. That much we know. So we do have a reason to go after the whip now. Because now we know exactly where the wind seed is. And we need 7 seeds. Okay. Whip orb. Trying to think. I'm sitting on at least 3,800 bucks right now. Let's go to Mandala. As far as armor, I'm thinking Tiger Cap. I could go Ivy Amulet. I could. I really could. I kind of want my Power Wrist though, because I have a feeling that the boy is going to be most of my damage this run. Alright, Spear is late. Salamando, Adamant Seed Pedestal. Bow's in a town. Glove is mid. Okay. Nothing there. Luna we already have. And Lumina we already have. Okay. Not bad. Oops. Did not want to do that. guess we can check Dark Palace here. Why not? Oh yeah, I'm thinking Tiger Cap for both of them. That's 2,200 gold. Probably fancy overalls for the boy and chest guard for the girl, and I think we should be okay. And we'll keep our power wrist for now. Chest guard's gonna run me $1,000. Okay, 1,600. Wow, we are getting a lot of money. Holy moly. Or hell, if that's the case, I might just go gold invest. If they're gonna throw money at me like this. Which I'm not complaining, but I mean, alright, sword orb. Whip out. There's a world where I buy Ivy Amulet actually. At least for the boy. But we'll see. Matango? Yeah, I might just go gold invest on boy. I just might. I want off the sword actually. Alright, we force this. We can force the axe, I guess. Sure, why not? Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, sword is Luna Intelligence. Axe is increased crit intelligence stone. Ooh. I might just give that to the girl actually. It has intelligence on it and it has increased crit. And a stone property like her boomerang has currently. The axe orb. I don't think I'm gonna forge past that actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that to her. And I might just have her sit on that actually. Since it gives her intelligence and it gives her increased crit and stone when she hits things. So yeah, I might just have her sit on that. Okay, let me go to Kakara real quick because I'm pretty sure I want to go gold invest now. I can go gold invest on both, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. I'll keep the power of this. Sell those. We can sell the Kung Fu dress too. Sell that as well. I do need 2,200 for two tiger caps though, so I gotta get 200 gold from somewhere. And I think we're okay. Alright, where are we going to next? I think Moogle Village, right? Pretty sure we're going to Moogle Village here. Probably should be checking Palace Orbs, but I mean, we know that the sprite is not in the seed, so the orbs are going to be either Silver Salamander or Lumina. Alright, there's the bow. And a boom orb. Okay. We're not going to worry about the bow this run. Girl, yeah, like I said, girl is probably going to be sitting on that axe for the rest of the run. I mean, it's got good stats. And I'll probably upgrade the boy's weapon gradually as we go along, if I can. Assuming I find sword orbs, that is. Alright, Moogle Belt, Adamant Seed Pad. Okay. Alright, Javi Orb. So once I get to North Town, we're going to be getting 2 Tiger Caps for for our guys, and then I think we will be okay for a while. And I'll just sit on the power wrists. I got to get 200 bucks from somewhere though. I'll probably just pop a few enemies in here actually. Of a 9. All right, whip orb. Rope out. I'm also thinking about going early Pure Land since we have Luna, but I think I'd rather just go Empire here. Yeah, I think I'll just go Empire. I'm pretty sure I want to full clear it. Because, like I said, we know the whip is here. We know that the moon seed is here somewhere as well. And we do need the whip to get to the wind seed. Alright, nothing on Mara, that's obvious. We're not surprised that nothing's on her. Alright, I should have at least 2200 gold. I hope I do. I did kill a few enemies in Ice Palace. Alright, nothing on Chrissy. Oh, we're 3 short. Okay, that's fine. We can just sell the we can just sell these 2. And we're good. Go ahead and grab 2 of these. Alright, so we are good as far as armor. We are good for a while, actually. Alright, so here's what we do. We're going to grab the free chest here. We're going to leave and then save. And then we're going to just full clear Northtown Castle and Northtown Ruins. Alright, wow, 2,000 bucks. And a bow order. Well then. So much money in this seed though. It is actually pretty ridiculous how much free money there is. Let's see if I can get my sword to level 3 here. Come on. Come on, Prim. There you go. Okay, her weapon went up to 2. Alright, ooh, sword up. We take that. Okay, yeah, my sword's still at 2, unfortunately. We're gonna go ahead and forge this to level 4, actually. Alright, Masamune, we're not going to bother with any of the other weapons because we don't need to. Alright, Masamune is con and fire, not bad. I'm going to go ahead and drop a save. I think we're full MP on the girl, we should be. And we are going to save split Mech 2 and Mantis Ant. Oh, not Mantis Ant, but what is this? Metal Mantis, rather. And I probably should invest in some walnuts soon, too. And since we are rocking Lumina. And those lucent beams are very expensive. ahead and drop this on board here. Swing. Nice. A nice 1-2 punch there. So level 2 Loosen Beam is still doing a decent amount of damage right now. Okay, grow leveled. We get Boom Orb and the Javelin. Okay, there's that. I'll go ahead and go out. We are currently level 10. I'm gonna try not to waste this moon energy charge if I can help it. Because this is my last charge before it runs out. Because obviously moon energy at level 1 only gives 2 hits of 2 critical hits. And I don't want to be swinging at anything if I'm not gonna try to kill it. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. Got him. All right, so we got the Javelin. All right, no level up there. Whip Orb and the Dark Seed. Okay, we have to keep that. We definitely have to keep that. All right, so since we didn't level, we need to sleep. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of walnuts just in case. I think we can afford like 3 right now. Yeah, 3. All right, 430. Okay. We don't need to upgrade our armor yet. If anything, the next time I upgrade is probably going to be to IV Amulets maybe. Because unfortunately, when you have the vanilla shops flag in play, you don't get access to the Ruby Armet, since Ruby Armet is not sold in vanilla. So the next helmet upgrade is going to be the Unicorn Helm. Well, for the girl anyway, it's going to be Unicorn Helm. A boy can get Circlet from Mandala, but girl's next helmet upgrade is 5,600 gold. And of course, the next best armor is the Ruby Vest, which is 4,500. So I would rather spend, you know, like 3,700 to get 2 IV Amulets. Next time I upgrade anyway, if I have to. For those guys right there, obviously. Yeah, we can kill these, sure. All right, $1,000. All right, so we know that the whip is in Northtown Ruins. It's gotta be. Unless the game counts Light Palace as being part of the Empire, which technically it is. But let's just hope that the whip is not in the dang light palace. Because story-wise, Gold Isle is technically a part of the Empire. But you don't visit there until, like, later on in the story. Like, after getting Flamey Jump. Alright, we are looking pretty good so far, actually. 3 seeds. Level 4 sword. We got pretty good weapons. Good weapon on girl. Okay, there's the moon seed. We also have Luna and Lumina. We have Undini if we need her, but I doubt it. Undini's one of those elementals I hardly ever use for the girl. I use it for Sprite, obviously, but I hardly have to ever use Undini for the girl. Very rare that I have to use it. I mean, I may use it for stuff like Ice Saber here and there, or, you know, Remedy if I don't have any herbs left or whatever, but I really don't need to use it. Okay, we can pop this guy really easily, right? Yeah, he's dead. Doom's Wall is obviously weak to light. The next boss is weak to light as well. Since it is vanilla bosses. Okay, Prim leveled. We get Glove Orb, and okay, there's our whip. We're gonna go ahead and complete this check as well, since we're here. Alright, Flamey Drum, we already have. Okay. You let go of her. Vampire? What are you doing, dude? Okay, 4 seeds. We are level 13. I do believe Prim has 12 max MP now. Okay, 1,600 bucks is nice. How much money do we have? 4,800. I think I want to go for the Wind Seed right now, since we have the whip. But I'm going to grab these amulets first. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab these now. I mean, the power wrist isn't going to make much of a difference right now. Can I grab that circlet? I don't know if I can. I don't think so, right? 2,000. No, I'm going to be like 200 something short. Nope. We can't. We know that there's a mana seed at a pit as well. but I'm gonna go for the sure wind seed. So let's go to Ice Palace. We're gonna go for that right now. And then after that, I think we start turning in mana seeds. Because we know for a fact that the wind seed is here. So we're gonna go for that. And then we're gonna start turning in mana seeds after that and see what we get. Now remember that we need 7 to complete the run. We already have what, 5? Oh no, sorry, we have 4. This wind seed will be seed number 5. Alright, so this should be Tompo. You know what? I'm not even gonna Lucent Beam this thing. I'm gonna go like this. Nice. Got him. All right. Wow, more money. This seed is just full of cash. Yeah, I figured I'd just, you know, use my sword there. We have a fire element weapon, so I might as well just put that to use. Although I do want to cast on this guy, though. Let me see how much damage this does. Probably like 400. Or 500. Okay. I think I could just swing it out here. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't use a walnut there, because I'm pretty sure that after those Lucent Beams that he was close to dead anyway, so I didn't bother. Frost Giga Spot usually doesn't, not usually, it is. Frost Giga Spot doesn't have a lot of health in general. Okay, so this is our Wind Seed. Yep. As we got the hint for that earlier. And now we are going to start turning in some mana seeds and see what happens. All right, let's see. Go ahead and get out of here. Okay, we can't turn into Earth Seed since we don't have Dryad. I'm sorry, Sylphid rather. We don't have Sylphid. I could turn in the Wind Seed, I guess. We can turn in the Dark Seed. I don't think he dies here. Nope. That's fine. Again, we're not going to walnut here. She took some damage there. There we go. Probably should have just Moon Energy there, honestly. Well, I don't think I could have because I didn't have the MP for it. Because we had, I think, 13 MP. I needed 14 to Moon Energy there. All right, Axe Orb. 5 seeds. Okay, Bow Orb, Axe Orb. All right, nothing there, unfortunately. Probably just gonna get this to level 5 real fast. Just for the extra damage. Should take 4 beams, I think. Yep. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's see. Nothing behind the Wind Seed. We can turn in the Dark Seed. Yeah, we turn in the Dark Seed here. Although I probably should go for turning in the Dryad Seed, actually. Either way, I have to fight a boss, so it doesn't really matter. Trying to think if I want to Moon Energy through this, through Lime Slime. I probably should just throw Lucent Beams at him. We don't have Salamander, unfortunately. We've got 2 walnuts, so I probably should just Lucent Beam through this fight. This upcoming fight here. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, only going to throw 2 here. You might be dead though. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we check this. We turn in the Dryad Seed next. See what we get. Alright, level 17. Okay, Whip Orb. There's the Spear. Okay, there's the Light Seed. Light Seed is there. That makes 6. Now, I could make a play for the Pure Land right now. I could. But seeing as there's only 2 seeds left, we actually have a low chance of finding a seed in Pure Land. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the chance is pretty low. Okay, I'm actually going to grab one of these, and we'll grab walnuts here. Very least I can upgrade the boy. Are you full MP? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to turn in the Dryad Seed. Yeah, I don't think I should take the gamble. I mean, I could. And I know I said in the past that if you have X -1 seeds that you should take the gamble, but in this case I would rather not. Alright, let me do this. Since I don't have Salamander, unfortunately. Alright, now I'm gonna do it. Ah. Didn't need to. Alright, Dryad Seed, Glove Orb. Okay. That's all we wanted to see. Excellent. Alright, so that's 7 seeds, so we are going to make a beeline for the Pure Land. I'm actually glad I checked that because, like I said, it is a gamble when you do make the Pure Land play when you have X -1 amount of seeds. And by X -1, I mean, in this case, it's 7 -1. Since we need 7 seeds to complete the run and we have 6. Sometimes it is a good play, but like I said, it is a gamble. We gotta deal with this Joker though. Yeah, probably just gonna Lucent Beam my way through this fight actually. I don't want to dump too many walnuts here. You did. Oh, you ain't. All right, we're gonna do this now. Alright, that's fine. Come over here, friend. Got him. There we go. Alright, Jab Orb. We do need to be a little careful with Prim because she is taking damage now. Alright, Snow Dragon. I'll try doing this actually. Ah, unfortunate. You get behind. I have to hit it with 3 here. Yep. Go over here. Nice. I had to kind of move Prim around there so she wouldn't mess up the dragon's AI. Because we didn't want him to cast any spells or use freeze breath and then fly off the screen. Well, he did, unfortunately, once. Wow, there was a seed here. Oh boy. I mean, I'm getting silenced. Oh, she's getting silenced. Okay. I mean, sometimes you. I mean, sometimes you make the gamble and you get lucky, or you make the gamble and you don't get lucky. If I would have came to Pure Land after getting the 6th seed, then we would have found that fire seed, and that would have been 7. All right, Axe Beak. Pretty much silenced. I gotta loosen here, cause I don't feel like chasing his butt down. There we go. I mean, that's randomizer for you. Like, yeah, I could have taken the gamble after getting the 6th seed. I could have. But I thought that getting or turning in the Dryad Seed was, you know, the better play. You know, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're not. It's just how it is. So instead of 7 seeds, we actually have all 8, which is fine. Did you level? You did, okay. Alright, Red Dragon. I'm gonna beam this guy too. Are we gonna see the super rare case that I get Lumina to level 8 on a seed? Are we gonna see that? I don't know. We got 3 walnuts left, so I do have to keep my walnut count in mind here. Ow. Okay. Okay, so leveling up there was actually kind of bad because that means we're not going to level after the next boss. Okay, we are taking damage now. Some pretty significant damage too. Alright, Thunder Gigas. Let me see how much these beams do. I should be okay though. You did? Not quite. I might need one more. Ooh. Oh, we did level. Okay. Well, it's probably because these guys are like level 22. Level 8 Lumina on a seed. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Alright, so let's be careful around these things because we are taking some pretty significant damage here with this armor. There's a werewolf up there, which is not a good sign. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, I've got 2 walnuts left. Are we gonna see the million beams? Maybe, maybe not. It's not a million beams, but it's a bunch of beams for the level 8 special. Aw, we didn't get to see it. Unfortunate. We didn't get to see the special animation for a lucid beam. Which is fine. Alright, Axor. Oh, wow. Oh, Gnome. Trying to stun them so I can get by without getting smacked up. There we go. And Gnome, you coming in all late and wrong. Kind of like that last cutscene in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 where he's jumping onto the death egg at the last second before it, you know, flies off into space. That's what Gnome just did there. He wanted to jump into my party, jump into my inventory at the last moment, right before the seed was over. Alright, so that's going to be it for this seed of the week. Alright, 106.09 is our time. Not bad, actually. I mean, considering where these seeds were, that's actually not bad. I feel as though my route could have been a little better. I don't know. I thought it was decent actually because we saw the hints for the whip, we saw the hint for the moon seed. So I thought, you know what? Let's save Empire checks for last. And once I do all my freebies, I'm going to go to Empire and then just flat out full clear it. Hopefully we'll find the moon seed, we'll find the whip, which did ended up being required. Well, I can't really say that though. No, I'm wrong. The whip was required because we needed the whip for either the wind seed or the light seed. And both of those were locked behind the whip. So in order to get 7 seeds on this run, you are going to need to get the whip. Whether you get the light seed and not the wind seed, or whether you get the wind seed but not the light seed, you're going to need the whip either way. So yeah, the whip was required this run. So and that's what I thought, because the whip is usually on a seed. Not so much Mana Tree Revival than Vanilla Long, but the whip is a weapon that is usually, not all the time, but usually required somewhere in the run. Because there are plenty of places that you need the whip to get through. Obviously, vanilla long siege, you have to get the whip no matter what in order to get through the mana fortress. But mana tree revival, as I said, the whip usually isn't required. I'm sorry, the whip usually is required because there may be a seed that's locked behind the whip somewhere, like it was in this case. So, and that's why I decided to go for it, because I'm thinking, okay, maybe this whip might be required somewhere, somehow. I don't know where it's going to be required at, but I have a feeling that I'm going to need it, so I might as well go get it. And that way, I won't be stuck looking stupid, not getting the whip, and realizing, oh, there's a seed behind, there's a seed that's whip locked somewhere, and I need to go double back and get the whip. So I might as well just go get it and call it a day. So that's why I got that. So yeah, the seed gives you the hint that the whip was in the Empire. The seed also gives you a hint saying the moon seed was in the Empire as well. So we decided to do all our freebies and leave Empire checks for last. Check Northtown Castle chest and then go back and save, and then start save splitting bosses. So that's exactly what I did. So there really isn't any one path to take on the seed. We need 7 seeds, so you obviously don't have to get all 8. Now, there is a world, as I explained earlier, there is a world where a player gets 6 seeds and then goes straight to Pure Land, and then finds that fire seed on, where was it, Axe Peak? No, Snow Dragon. Fire seed was on Snow Dragon. Sees that 7th seed and says, hey, okay, I have 7 seeds now, I'm done with the run, all I gotta do now is just push through to the mana tree and that's it. Yes, there's a world where a runner does that, and in most cases I would have done that too. But at the end of the day, it is a gamble. It is a gamble because you are not guaranteed to find that 7th seed. You're not guaranteed to find that last seed in Pure Land. There's also a world where a runner goes to Pure Land with 6 seeds, needing 7, and doesn't find a seed there. So, I mean, it is gambling. So you have to you either take the chance or you don't. This time, while usually I would have taken that gamble, I've already decided to, hey, let's just check out the Dryad Seed pedestal. Let's see what's there. If there's nothing there, then we go to Pure Land. Luckily, we found the Water Seed on the Dryad Seed pedestal, and that was my 7th seed. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you make these decisions and it works out for you. Sometimes you make these decisions and it doesn't work out. But in this particular situation, you could make either decision and be good. You can either, you know, go to Pure Land with 6 seeds, find the 7th seed there, then push through to the end. That's a good decision. Or you can get 6 seeds and, you know, look elsewhere for another seed. That's a good decision too. You know, there is no bad decision regarding having 6 seeds and looking for a 7th seed. There is no bad decision there. So either decision would work out. Sprite not being in the seed didn't really matter too much. I mean, the bosses didn't take that long to kill, honestly. I mean, Lumina was in a spot that wasn't required, but I decided to get, you know, I decided to do the Dwarf Village bosses I'm looking for seeds at that point, so I might as well do them. We happened to find Miss Lumina, and Lumina actually put in a lot of work this seed. Well, I can't just say just Lumina. I'm going to say Lumina and Luna together. They put in a lot of work this seed. Lumina, of course, providing raw damage from loosened beams. Luna putting out those moon energies for the boy so he can do some damage. We also happen to have a good, well, a decent enough weapon for the boy. You know, it wasn't anything special, but it worked out. And the girl actually managed to have a really good weapon, intelligence, stone for, you know, enemies that she decides to fight on the way, increased crit for more damage. So I decided to leave that on her and just call it a day with her weapons, because let's be real, intelligence on the girl is more important than intelligence on the sprite, because sprite magic in general, sprite magic is more powerful than girl magic. So that's why I decided to, you know, force that axe and keep that axe on her for the int boost. It is, in general, it is a bit more difficult to get an int setup for the girl than it is for the sprite, because I mean, let's face it, the girl, as far as her gear is concerned, she doesn't have a lot of options other than Lazuli Ring, which is 8,800 gold, which there's no way that anyone's going to buy that at that point, just for 5 intelligence. Um, I think that's it. I think it's Lazring. No, Lazring Amulet Helm has +5 intelligence. Yeah, I think that's it as far as int gear for her. Whereas with Sprite, you can go something like, you know, Circlet, Lazring, but Lazring is pretty impractical to buy anyway because it's so expensive. As I said in earlier videos, rings are not cost efficient past, say, Ivy Amulet. They really aren't. You don't get much for what you pay for. Like, for instance, if you were to upgrade from, let's say, Ivy Amulet up to, what's the next one? Gold Bracelet, you're only getting a defense boost of 4. And Gold Bracelet is 3,700 or 3,750, something like that. It's not worth the money. If you're gonna upgrade rings past Lazuli Ring, you might as well go for gauntlets at that point, because you're really not getting what you're paying for. You're getting scammed pretty much. Let's just put it that way. And the same can be said for armors and helmets past a certain point. Armors past, say, Tiger Gear, maybe. I mean, Tiger Gear is kind of expensive, but once you get, if you're in a seed for so long that you have to upgrade past Tiger Gear, then either you're not playing the seed right, or I don't know. It depends on what seed it is too. So, anywho, Lumina and Luna on this seed provided more than enough utility, more than enough damage for us to carry through. Undine didn't really matter this run. We didn't find Salamander or Sylphid. We didn't find Dryad. Wall would have been decent enough, I guess, but again, not necessary. But I feel as though this is one of those seeds where your decision making matters a lot. You could say that about any seed, really, but on this seed in particular, as I said earlier, whether you go to Pure Land when you have 6 seeds or not, doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt you. I mean, as long as you find, you know, that water seed, or I think that's it. The water seed is the only option. So you either go for that water seed or you don't. All right, anyway, 106.09 is our time for this seed of the week, number 196. Yeah, what else can I say about this seed? Not that difficult of a seed, honestly. Now, I will say this. There is a world where a runner does not check Tropicalo and then misses out on Lumina. I mean, Then again, you get Luna in the treasury, so I feel as though if a runner skips getting Lumina at Tropicalo, then they're going to have to rely on Luna a heck of a lot more, which is fine. But that means you're going to have to, get some good weapons for the boy, which there was a ton of money in this seed on free checks. Well, some of them were on free checks, some of them were behind bosses, but all in all, there was a lot of money available for this seed. If I can remember correctly, we found 2,000 gold at the lighthouse. There was 1,600, 1,600 on vampire, 2,000 in Northtown Castle chest. One of the chests in Northtown Castle. There was also some money in Northtown Ruins. So, and that among other places. So in general, there's about 6,000 plus gold sitting out there on this seat, which is plenty. Plenty for you to upgrade your weapons. Plenty of money to get walnuts. Plenty of money to get armor. So there is no shortage of cash in this seat. But yeah, anyone who doesn't get Lumina from Tropicalo, it's not gonna have a necessarily harder time because Luna's sitting in the treasury. So, and I imagine runners are going to check Pandora Ruins because most runners usually do. Let's keep it real. There's 6 checks there. And not to mention, you're also given 2 seeds for free. The Dryad seed and the Earth seed, I would say, is sitting in Gaia's navel. So I feel as though getting Lumina gives the player a little bit of an advantage and can speed the seed up a little bit. And that depends if the player decides to level Lumina up in the first place. All right, anyway, 106.09 is our time. I will see you guys next time.